Namaste everybody. My name is Yogi Vivek Rawat and I am your Pranayama teacher. We are going to learn the Pranayama techniques, the different breathing techniques in Pranayama sessions. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn new things. Namaste. Namaste to all of you. Welcome back to the Satkarma session. Now in this particular session we are going to discuss about Jalaniti and Rubber Niti. We call it Sutra Niti also. Before this, I would like to clear one thing that if you have any kind of flu, any kind of nasal information, then you can just avoid it. Otherwise, you can just adapt it. Just before this, let's talk about some benefits of this beautiful technique of Shat Karma. It is quite beneficial, especially if you have short breathing. What it does to your nasal passages, it clears the path. So it clears all the toxins and debris which is responsible to not let us take deep breathing. So it is very important to clear the path of the nasal passages. So this water is saline water. It has got salt inside it, just a pinch of salt. We can call it like just 1 teaspoon in half-liter water. So in this way, you can firstly mix the salt in warm water. So the warmness of the water is just, it has got the temperature of what is the temperature of our body. So it has got the same temperature of as our body has. So after this, after mixing it properly, you're going to practice it. So I've got this pot. So I've got the water inside it. So now firstly, you have to just check the active side of the nostril. So one side of the nostril is always active and one side is always like less active. So you can check it while putting the back of the palm or like your hand in just down your nostril, and through the forcefully exhalation, you can check it. So it can be right, it can be left. So generally in the morning time, your left side nostril is always dominant. So you can start with the left side of the nostril. Firstly, you have to put the nozzle inside properly so that it is stuck inside. And then from there on, what you need to do, you need to lift your head slightly up and then tilt your head to one side. So if you are doing it with the left side, you need to tilt your head to the one side, like right side, and slightly down towards the ground. So for this, you can take standing half forward fold with the bending knees, or a squat position, sitting squat position, and then you can just perform it. Make sure one thing, while performing it, just keep on breathing through your mouth. Just do not breathe through your nostrils. Do not talk. Do not get distracted. Just be focused on this procedure completely. Only you can just do it properly. So getting it stuck inside your nostril properly. Now from here on, just keep on breathing through your mouth. You can keep your mouth open as well. Now from here, tilt your head to the one side and slightly you can lift your chin up. Lean forward and allow the water. So after completing it, make sure the water is completely out. It should not get stuck inside your nasal passages. Otherwise, you can have any flu, any kind of nasal flu. So it is very important to throw this water out through the forcefully exhalation. You can perform Kapalabhati here, the forcefully exhalation. So again, you are going to lean forward and you are going to blow the air out so that the remaining water can come out. So after doing it one side, again, forcefully throw the water out and then change the side, complete it with the both side. Then after that, what you can do, again, you can go inside the hall or inside your room where you can practice the yoga. Firstly, you need to practice some gentle movements so that which includes some kind of forward fold like downward facing dog, full forward fold. So you are going to allow the water to come out, so that just it is not stuck in. You can also do one thing here. You can just stay in child pose balasana for at least 3 to 5 minutes after this, so that the remaining water can come out, can be thrown out properly. It is very important. Otherwise, it always comes out. Sometimes it takes time, or sometimes it may cause some allergy. So you can do it early in the morning at the crack of the dawn, or in the evening as well, 2 times a day. But it depends if you live in an area where it is quite, not polluted. So you can do like once in a day, that is enough. It should be done before the meal, so that before the asana, so that you can just, after that in asana, you can just throw the water out, and then after that you can perform pranayama. Now, after this, we are also going to learn how to do sutra niti, or rubber niti, we can call it. So for that, we are going to use the catheter, the rubber one. But before that, let's talk about the benefit of this jala niti. For those who have like any kind of issues with the salty water, or those who feel very much, sensitive while doing this, they can do it with the milk also. It should be done with the milk, or with the clarified butter, the ghee, that is called like dugdha niti or ghrita niti. Again, it should not be warmed up too much, like too much hot. Otherwise, it can cause like some damage to your nasal passages as well, because it is a very sensitive area, smooth area, and you should be using normal water. So just as much hot, just as much warm as your body temperature is, just as much as warm as you are going to feed it to your baby. So you can imagine. After doing it, make sure that the water is completely out. Try to blow the water out, but again, try not to do that very harshly. Like some people, they lose control while throwing the water out, throwing the air out, and sometimes the water, it travels into the ear passages, and that can again cause some ear infection, not 1 or 2 days after, but just if you keep on performing it daily. So you have to be aware of these things. It improves your eyesight. It stimulates your third eye point. It is said to be stimulated your pineal gland and your other glands as well. Now, it is very good for those people who have asthma, who have bronchitis. It is good for those people who always get angry, who are always like get stressed, get depressed. So when you perform it, what it does, it clears the path, so you can breathe well. You can breathe very deeply, and when you're breathing well, trust me, a lot of diseases can be eradicated properly. So you have to be aware of these things. These are the benefits of this Jala Niti. Trust me, if you just keep on performing daily, you will feel a positive change in your asana class, improved quality in your meditation class as well, in your concentration, the quality of your focus, your concentration, it will be elevated. It will be something else. You have to keep on performing it daily. It always keeps you young. It always keeps you rejuvenated. You'll not be feeling any kind of negative effects. There have been some researches over this Jalaniti, these short karmas, and it is said to be very beneficial to all of the people. Now let's move to the rubber niti or the sutra niti. Okay, as you can see me, I have got this rubber catheter. We call it catheter. So rubber niti, we can always do it before the sutra niti. Sutra niti is done with the cotton thread, and that is, trust me, is one of the challenging factor. Try not to just get into the sutra niti one. Just try with the rubber niti. You can use the coconut oil or a kind of simple oil, or you can clarified butter. You can use any kind of thing which provides some lubrication. So you can just dip the top 40% of this rubber into the coconut oil, and then you can make it lubricated so that it can go into your nostril. Now, during the initial stage, it always feels awkward, and why it's not be like when I just practiced it firstly, I also thought about those awkward thoughts, like So just it is very important to go with the steps. So in that way, you can always get the benefits of this rubber niti. So always go with the active side. One side is always active, like the jalaniti. Dip it into the coconut oil, and you can just sit comfortably on the chair or on the mat, or you can be in squat position. From there on, you can grab the rubber like this with the fingertips, and you can just put it very softly. Make sure that you're not going to do it very rapidly. Just have a gentle process, and make sure that your index finger and your middle finger nails are well trimmed, so that when you are going to take it from your mouth, it would not hurt your back of the throat area. And since that area is sensitive, so it may be a bit painful for you. So just putting it inside the point. So there are two ends of this rubber. There is an open end, there is a pointed end. You are supposed to take this pointed end inside, right? Now just go with the active side firstly. Just you can lift your chin up and slowly take it inside. So one side of the nostril, like the structure, the changes of the structure of the nostril, it is always going to play an important factor. So one side of the nostril, it is more open, it is well structured, and you may feel it is less challenging when you are performing it to the one side. It depends that what kind of structure you have. Or some people, they do it like during their first attempt. Some people, they do it during their 5th, 10th or 15th attempt. So it depends that you're not bringing any kind of injury. Just be gentle, be careful. So this is a catheter. So you're going to take this pointed end inside your nostril and just take it very slowly, very gently. Do not rush, do not just do it rapidly, because the area inside it is quite sensitive. So just lift your chin up and you can take it as just with your fingertips. Go with the active side. Keep your mouth open. Slowly press it down towards your back of the throat. Keep on breathing through your mouth. Try to resist the urge of throwing out. And then from here, try to rub it out. So in this way, you need to perform it. What is more important here? Just try not to do it rapidly. Once you take it inside, you can join your both ends. So inserting the pointed end inside the open end, and you can just rub up and down very softly. Just take your time, and you can do it like 5 to 7 times. You can rub it up and down. And then after that, you can just take it out from your nostrils or from your mouth. So if you're a beginner, you can just take it out through your nostril, and you can perform jalaniti after this once again, so that you can just take the remaining mucus out. So again, you can do it like once in a 3 days, once in a week as well. It depends. If you're not comfortable with this, try to practice daily. But if you just do it, if you rub it properly, then you can practice it once in a week or once in 10 days. It's okay. Like, it changes the structure of the nostril so that you can breathe well. One more important thing I would like to share here. Once you take it inside, so when you are putting your fingers inside, the index and middle finger inside, so you can also like forcefully exhale through your mouth, so that you can throw that end outside and you can catch it. Once you catch it, Do not take it out rapidly, otherwise you can have the sensation of vomiting, the gaggle reflexes. That and then time, just try to join it. When you're taking it out, just take your time. Again, I'm saying it do it like very safely, and just take it out. After that, you can perform it with the other nostrils as well, and that way you can complete the procedure. Now, the benefits of this rubber neti, this sutra neti, it has more benefits than jala neti. Why is that? Because this is a solid thing, and we are putting it inside. We are just cleaning the mucus inside, and we are changing the structure of our nostril and nasal passages also, so that we can breathe well properly. And when we are breathing well, when our breath is quite deep, always it is going to help us in our asana, in our pranayama, in our meditation. So my suggestion is, try not to do it in after the meals, just to do it in the early morning. That is very important. You can also do the jala neti in the evening time during the sunset, but make sure that your stomach is not like full. It is quite like kind of empty. You are doing it after having a proper 2 or 3 hour after meal. But this kind of like catheter thing, this rubber neti, you can always perform it early in the morning. That is very beneficial time, so that your entire day would be quite enjoyable and would be free of those struggles of breathing. When you're breathing properly, you'll feel that any kind of stress, depression, any kind of mental disorders, that will automatically be fixed. So that's it from my side about this jala niti and sutra niti of, or rubber niti we can call it. So I hope you have learned this technique from this video, and you're going to apply and implement it. And trust me, you're going to enjoy it if you just feel the positive changes after this. And you will definitely love to practice it daily. So this is about from my side. Namaste. Have a nice day.